How's it going, Jeremians? The Chinese company Medeli has launched literally a clone to the Yamaha PSR-SX900 and SX700. If you look at the specs list, it really looks like it outdoes the PSR-SX900. And in fact, it uses so many of the terminology of the Yamaha PSR-SX series that I'm just surprised that this company hasn't got sued for $1 million for violating all of this trademark stuff. Let's have a look at what Medeli AKX10 has in store. And if you look at the price here, it is being sold right now or they are taking pre-orders in Europe right now for just £599. So that is the equivalent of about 800-ish US dollars. You compare this to about $2,000, $2,200 for the PSR-SX900, and this looks like it is just massive value for the price of about 800 US dollars. But you know, the truth will be how it eventually sounds like. So I will let you have a listen to it later on, because somebody else who is a much bigger channel than me has got hold of a engineering unit and was able to make some demo songs with this keyboard, the Medeli AKX10, direct competitor to the PSR-SX900. Medeli, if you're listening and you're watching this video, get in touch with me. Let me get hold of one of these units and I can make a demo as well as make tutorials about how to use this keyboard for my audience. If you look at the design, the color, the fascia wise, literally it's like literally copying Yamaha. If you look at the screen of this, the screen layout and the screen colors of this Medeli, it's literally like it's copying Yamaha. So let's look at some of the specs. This is a 61 keys with touch response. It has a 7-inch touchscreen. Wow. The max polyphony is 256 notes, but my experience with previous Medeli is that I'm not sure if it's really true, because I do get notes that are dropped even though when they claim very high polyphony. And the voices, amazing number of voices, 1,100 voices. What I suspect is that there is no secret that Medeli is an OEM manufacturer for a lot of the brands out there. And I think that these are the older Yamaha sounds, or even some of the existing Yamaha sounds that is licensed from Yamaha. I don't know how the arrangement is worked out. Later when we have a listen to the playing and the sounds inside there, I think you will be surprised. It literally sounds very, very similar to Yamaha PSR. S and SX sounds. So there are 280 styles in here with the option of creating your own. So there is a style creator, wow, mind blown, a style creator for just 800 US dollars, and you can store up to 512 of this. There are 3 demo songs as well as 90 songs libraries. Of course, you can make your own sounds and your own songs. The amplifier, not the most impressive, but still, it's got a total of 4 speakers, 2 amplifiers, total 15 watts and then 25 watts each, 9.4 kilos. Let's have a look at this. There is a USB audio and MIDI. This is something which even the Yamaha Genos is struggling. It doesn't have this. PSR-SX700 and SX900 Genos for 5,000 US dollars doesn't have this. It's got the full-size 5-DIN MIDI in and out, and I like the fact that the headphone jack is a proper big 1/4-inch headphone jack and not the mini ones. And we also have 2 input jacks, so you can input stereo instruments and play it out through the built-in speakers. And there is a pair of 1/4-inch output for you to connect to PA systems. And look at that, there is a 1/4-inch microphone jack, just like the PSR-SX700 and the PSR-SX900. We have a pedal which allows you to control sustain and volume. And if you look further up here, there is an additional 2 pedals, which makes it a total of 3 pedals. And if you look at the number of layers, you get 3 upper layer sounds, right 1, right 2, and right 3. And that is literally up Yamaha's kind of territory, and the ability to split the sounds across the keyboard as well. And in the same manner, we have 3 intros and 3 endings, 4 different variations with 4 different fill-ins, as well as a break. This is literally copying the same format that Yamaha has. And there is an auto fill-in button same thing like a Yamaha, same wording as a Yamaha as well. And there is a ABC, which is auto bass chord, and in Yamaha's terminology, let's have a look here. Look at this button here, ABC, and there is a auto fill in, fade out, OTS link. The font and the words is literally like a Yamaha PSR-SX. This is literally like a clone. And yes, there is a style creator. So hopefully I can get my hands on one. Medeli, if you're listening to this, you know what to do. Get in touch with me. A lot of different effects, 45 different reverbs, configurable, choruses 76, different choruses, there are channel EQ, compressor, loads of different, and get this, at $800 there is a vocoder, 3 modes of vocoder and 3 types of vocal harmony. Of course, the PSR-SX900 has a lot more different harmony options, but this takes the cake. At this price, I'm not complaining. 3 vocal harmony, 3 vocoder, I think that's good enough. And there's also 5 master EQ settings, as well as a mixer. So this is where you can turn on and off, part on off. Same thing, the same terminology that Yamaha uses. It's all here. And the layout, the way they lay out the wheel just on the right side of the screen with the exit button here. And there is also the transpose, plus and minus, octave plus and minus. It's amazing that they actually get away without getting sued for doing this. And there is also a full 16-track sequencer that allows you to save up to 512 songs. And there's also a 8 times 512 banks. Let's do the math here. That's easily how many thousands? 4,000 performance memory. And there's also a freeze button, arpeggiator, harmony, and a slicer. I'm not sure what the slicer here is, but when I have a look at the unit, when I get hold of one, we will know. And it can actually play back MP3, WAV file, AAC, which is actually way more than most of the available keyboards out there by, for example, Casio. And vocal remover, audio tempo, you can time stretch it. You can also transpose the audio as well, which is great for those, especially who are playing live with a singer who may want it in a different key. And there's an audio recorder, just like the Yamaha PSR-SX and the Genos. You can also display the score using an app. And if you look at it, there are 3 assignable buttons. Let's find here, 3 assignable buttons which you can assign to anything, which is even 1 more than the PSR-SX900. PSR-SX900 only has 2 assignable buttons just above the multi-use joystick, multi-directional joystick, but this has actually 3, and it does 1 up against the PSR-SX900. The SX900 has only 2 live control knobs, and this has 3 live control knobs. This is massive value if the sound is acceptable. I think for most people, this is really packed to the gills with features and functionality. Look at the layout and the color scheme and the way it's designed with this slight wedge shape. It literally screams the Yamaha design language. Even the word bank, freeze, store, you know, these are just very Yamaha-ish kind of terminology. And there's also a phrase pad here, loads of phrase pads that you can call up as well. Let's have a look. There is Bluetooth audio, just like the Yamaha PSR-SX900. And guess what? It transmits Bluetooth MIDI. Mind blown. 180 banks of the phrase pads, and there is internal storage of 256 megabyte where you can load your own additional samples. Can actually make it very in line with the sounds on the Yamaha PSR-SX, provided the sound engine in this is capable. And you can also load an external drive via USB. Apparently you can connect a hard drive to this or a thumb drive up to 128 gigabyte of samples, I believe, you know, either samples or additional files that you can connect. Let's have a look and listen. You can hear that saxophone sound is literally ripped from the PSR series. The style is definitely not as well programmed. The name of the style, Cool 8 Beats. Is this even licensed by Yamaha? I don't know. a very decent distortion guitar sound. Of course, not the most realistic, but it's very similar to the Guitar Hero sound on the Yamaha PSR series. Classic rock. The name, seriously, it's so similar to the names that Yamaha gives their styles as well. British Pop 2. Again, a very Yamaha name for the styles. The acoustic guitar sounds. As expected, I don't think there's any kind of super articulation or DNC kind of voices like Korg. At this price, $800 US, let's not ask for too much. Between this and the PSR-SX670, I will go for this anytime at the blink of an eye. You know, this just gives so much value, and I think the sounds are definitely more than decent, above average, but I won't know until I get hold of one unit myself. Not bad, the auto feels seems very decent. Piano, decent. Definitely not like the CFX Grand or CF sounds that you can find on the Yamaha instruments, but at this price, I think it's more than decent. You can hear the strumming in the background, and it is definitely pretty realistic, very similar to the kind of strumming that you can find in Yamaha PSR styles. Not bad, very nice accordion sound as well. British rock pop, another Yamaha sounding name. I'm not sure if this is even licensed by Yamaha. This could literally come with a Yamaha branding stuck behind it and it'll be fine. Alright, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this video interesting, and it's definitely a very exciting year for the Arranger keyboards, with the whole lot of keyboards from Korg, as well as Yamaha going to launch a brand new Arranger keyboard as well in the next few days. And this one from Medeli, this just took me by surprise because we all thought Medeli is just a poor clone of the various different brands, but it has done pretty well here. Let me know what you think, leave your comments down below, and make sure you smash that like button. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.